All right, so the next one, Joe, how long is this clip? This Cornette clip? The subject is Cornette and Dominik. Hey K100, especially this is from Kurt Down.
Minute
Hey,
48.
hey K100, especially Conan. I was wondering what you think about Jim Cornette's recent comments he made about Dominik Mysterio. Why don't you go ahead and play it?
Mm-hmm.
For any loser, Jim Cornette marks get ready to get their pitchforks out. Jim Cornette isn't trashing Dom. He does have an interesting take on the recent Dom versus MJF debate that has been going around. Then he says, "Please never bring Billy back." Okay.
Next question from the Cult of Cornette Facebook group is from Jesus Salas Rodriguez. Will Dominik?
I know him. He's a good customer of Cornette's Collectibles.
Will Dominik Mysterio surpass MJF as the best heel in the business before 2023 ends?
No. And that's not an aside or a slight to Dominik, but MJF is even if he's the big fish in a small pond, he's the world champion of the primary opposition promotion. He's being featured as the top guy in that atmosphere. Even though Dominik has done a world of good with this gimmick he's got, MJF is still, where you talk about new wrestlers, old wrestlers, veteran wrestlers, whatever. He's, if not the best, one of the 2 or 3 best verbalists in the business. And his matches, Dominik is great at the style that he's been trained, and he's hanging in there and he's pulling his weight. We haven't seen that he can put together top main event world title style matches, even with an opponent besides his father, and MJF has with Punk and with Danielson, and the matches that he's had on his own where he was the leader and the veteran with Darby and a blah, blah, blah. So, no, I'm not saying it might not ever happen, but right now I think MJF is firmly in the lead as far as getting the most out of their talents, and is probably going to be for the next year until that bidding war.
What did you think of those comments, Conan?
Yeah, I can't disagree with anything he said.
Yeah, I think nobody would disagree that MJF is a better performer, okay, than Dominik, because he's obviously more seasoned and stuff. However, you could argue who has more heat right now from the fans, and it's Dominik. So it's like, he's like, MJF is the better. Like, the question is who's the better. The debate has been who is the better heel, not who is the better performer. Like, if I'm sure, I am positive that MJF would love to be getting the type of heat that Dom's getting right now. I mean, seriously, bro, if you're a heel, you want Dominik Mysterio heat.
Right.
Would that be a perfect way to describe it, Conan, these days?
Yeah, well, I think that the problem with I've seen him get really, really, really good heat, but he also does a lot of that makes you kind of like him. And Dominik doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't do entertaining. He does.
Right.
Like that whole, which I was
sing
not a
and
fan
dance
of.
And stuff.
I was not a fan of that. Right.
Right. Yeah. He does too many. He does. MJF does too many things to pop the crowd, like in the middle of his performances. You know what I'm saying? So right.